Good fish, guys, good fish. Alright guys, how's it going? Hope everyone's well. Now this morning, and it's a beautiful morning by the way, I'm down at Black Rock on the Severn Estuary. Used to fish it quite often back in the day, but I've not been here now for, it's got to be 4 or 5 years. And I came down here for a walk around 10 days ago, and I thought to myself, I'm going to give that another crack. Why not? Now, when I used to fish it back then, it was more so during the autumn and winter months when the cod were about, and I'd be over there to my right on the rough ground, I'd fish it down and then back up. But today, for the purposes of filming and because I'm getting a little bit older, I've come over to my left, and the ground here is not so bad. Mixed ground, we got a bit of rock, a bit of weed, a bit of mud, but in theory it shouldn't be too bad. Well, a bit easier than over there anyway. Just started fishing now. We're bang on low water. At the moment, I'm on this bit of a rocky outcrop, if you like, but at some point I am going to get pushed back up onto the grass behind me. Small medium tide today, 9.8 meters, which in old money for Newport and this area is 11.5 because we had 1.7. Personal preference, but I wouldn't come here on a bigger tide simply because at times the rip and the currents can be incredible. So yeah, let's see what's out there and let's enjoy it. There's loads of mud out close in. Should have brought some bread. Everywhere. The old tide has just turned. On her way in now. Oop. Yeah, on her way in, so in a sec I'm gonna have to move back. Need to be a bit careful today, looking all around me, making sure that the water isn't cutting me off. But we should be fine. On the left hand rod, I've got a 1 up, 1 down with size 1 hooks. On the right hand rod, a 3/0 paternoster pennel, and that one is for the bigger baits. I've only got 3 baits today, and like me, I've got fresh ragworm, mackerel and squid. If it was a bit later on in the year, say October, November, I'd probably have some lugworm too for the old cod, but with it being the first week of September, a little bit early I think. When I was a kid, you'd often see the first of the cod late August, first week of September, you know, down at Redwick, Goldcliff, Maygate, etc. But nowadays seems to be a bit later, well, in my experience anyway. So what could we catch here today? Well, like I said, I think it's a bit too early for cod, but could be a few bass out there, silver eel, conger eel, flounder. And some of the locals have actually caught Thornback Ray here. I've never caught one at this mark, but over the years, quite a few have come out. So you never know. It's all good. As you just saw, at the moment I'm not casting that far. A nice gentle 30-40 yard lob, but as the water pushes up even further, I'll put a few baits a bit further out, you know, chop and change, try everything. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Never quite know where the fish are going to be. The pace of the water is picking up, so hopefully there's a few fish moving up the river or the estuary, whatever you want to call it. Just gave that one a bit more of a whack. Bit further out, whole squid with a big bunch of ragworm on its back. I just went to set up the cheapy old boat rod, but I'm sorry guys, we're not going to be able to use it today. There's something wrong with the reel. The drag's not working properly. I had to play around with it, but no joy. So when I get home tonight, I'll take it apart and see what I can do. But bit of a shame. I was looking forward to using that today. I had a couple of comments in my last video. Where's the cheapy old boat rod gone, Gar? Of course, I don't use it, you know, on every fishing trip. But yeah, what a shame. Instead, we'll have to focus on the two main rods. 2.5 hours off high water, not a touch. Now, what I've done on the 3.0 Paternoster Pennel, put a big bunch of ragworm on that, and I've cast it in a bit of a bay area to my right, because there's a bit more of an incline on the mud and the water is a bit deeper. So we'll try that. Trying all sorts at the moment. It's so dead. Like I said earlier, it's probably not the best time of the year to be fishing black rock, but I thought there would have been a couple of congers about, or a flatty or something, but that's how it goes. We got a bit of time yet. You never know, it may all kick off over high water into the ebb. First bite of the session, at last. Nothing major, a couple of rattles, but nice to see the old rod tip bouncing away. I'll let it go a couple more times and we'll take a look. Yeah, funny old bite this. Quite a few finicky rattles, you know. We'll take a look. What a surprise. Another baby conger. I've had about 4,000 of these in the last month. Oh well, he beat the blank. He's gone. On the grass now. Not far off high water. I reckon we're about 40 minutes away. Just the one baby conger so far. It's been a quiet old session. But there's always hope. On the big bait rig, I've just whacked out a mackerel head, just in case there's any bigger congers out there. We'll see. Of course, black rock is synonymous with the lave net fishery. It's a traditional, sustainable form of fishing. It's been going on for many, many years. Now, don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure that Natural Resources Wales have stopped them from taking salmon, so they can fish for them, but they just can't keep any. Like I said, I may have that wrong. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm all for preserving fish stocks. I'm passionate about the water and the things that live in it. But as I'm talking to you right now, there are super trawlers off the coast of the UK with nets the size of 3 or 4 football pitches and bigger, taking everything in sight, destroying complete ecosystems. But that's perfectly acceptable, you see, because they've passed all their tests and they've got a nice little blue badge which says they're sustainable. Far from it. That's not sustainable. That's damaging that out there. And I can't believe in 2023 it's still going on. So the lave net boys up there, they can't take any salmon, but those super trawlers can continue to destroy the oceans. Yeah, funny that, isn't it? Money talks. Bang on high water now. Not a lot to report, I'm afraid. I'm trying. That's fishing for you. Oh, before I forget, I've had a few comments of late from some of my subscribers asking why I've not been using my multiplayers, my Abu Magalites, which are years old. No particular reason. I'm just enjoying using the fixed spools at the moment. I tend to go through phases. But rest assured, those Magalites, they will be back in action. I serviced them over the weekend, put some new line on, and they're all good to go. Great reels they are. How old are they now? 23, 24 years old, I think. As good as new. If you look after them, they just go on and on. Right arm rod, guys. Right arm rod. Oh, there he goes. Let's take a look. Just gonna move the camera a sec. This is a chunk. Good fish, guys, good fish. Oh, damn it! Oh! Oh! That was a cracking conger, guys, over 10 pounds by a mile. Oh, my own fault. Oh. Damn. Left arm rod, guys. That's on a whole squid with some ragworm. Oh. I'm gutted I lost that conger, but we'll talk about that now in a second. Yeah, that bite on the left hand rod didn't develop. I'm so gutted I lost that conger. The problem was, it was on a size 1 hook on the 1 up, 1 down, so I only had 40 pound snoods on there. That's the lighter rig. Now what I tried to do, I thought to myself, drag it into a gully. I got it into the gully, and then I tried to lift it and it just snapped the line. It was in my hands, I had the conger in my hands. In hindsight, I probably should have taken my rag with me to get some more grip, but you know, hindsight's a wonderful thing. We've all done it. And look, you know, on your own, on the banks of the Severn Estuary, trying to land big fish, it's not easy, you know, it's hard. I could have done with a second pair of hands there. Oh, I'm so gutted. For you guys, really, you know, not so much for me, but I said between 10 and 12 pounds. I reckon I was more like 13 or 14. I hope I've got some of that on camera. But yeah, but my right welly was stuck in the mud. I ripped my trousers. Yeah, I should have taken my rag with me. I'd have had that fish on the bank. I need to let it go now and move on. That was really close in. That was about 30 yards out. Big bunch of ragworm. Ebbing back now, so I think what I'll do is use up the ragworm, some nice chunky baits, and we'll see if we can get another one. I'm sorry guys, I'm sorry. I got a bite now at the moment on both rods. Right down rod was the better bite, so I think I'll take a look at that first. I'll grab my rag just in case. There he goes. there he goes. Right, Gar, this time, don't lose it. Nothing there, nothing there. Just pop him back down. You can't make it up. We get the baby conger on the big bait rig. Now this rig would have handled that monster no problem at all. I could have lifted that fish out and the line wouldn't have broken. Oh. Anyway, right, come on, Gar, move on. You've lost the conger, move on. I will move on, I promise. In fact, guys, I reckon you should give me that monster, because if that's on camera, if you can see it, and if you can see it in my hands, you've got to give it to me, all right? You haven't got to, but if you want to be kind, you can. Come on, son, let's get you back in. She's ebbing back quite hard now, but I'm going to fish it down for, I don't know, 2 and a bit hours, or maybe not that long. I got a bit of bait left and I want to use it all up. I won't be fishing for another 10 days or so. So yeah, get it all gone. And it's been quite warm as well. It's been quite difficult keeping the bait cool. So not in the best state at the moment. So I don't really want to take it home and refreeze it. But yeah, today the ragworm has done most of the damage. I had a couple of plucks on the fish baits, but not an awful lot. Just been speaking to one of the local fishermen. Nice chap. Had a good old chinwag. He's been fishing this area for many, many years. Yeah. Nice bloke. You can beat local knowledge. And in this game, you never stop learning. Like I always say, I'm no expert. I'm just a normal bloke. I'm a normal angler. I'm no pro. I try. Last cast. I'll give that 15-20 minutes and that will be that. I got you this morning at around 6:30 and it's now around 3:30 in the afternoon. That's enough for me, guys. And also she's flying back and that current is quite strong, hence why I've just whacked that one way to my left. I'll do my outro now, but of course, if anything does happen, I'll let you know. Well, it's been a strange old day. Very quiet start. Didn't have a touch for, well, for hours. Then we had that little baby conger. Over high water. Lost that cracker. Or did I lose it? It was in my hands, so you guys can decide, all right? Caught that smaller one after that. bites galore, you know, over high water into the ebb, bites on both rods, went a bit mad, and then it just dipped off again. But it's been eventful, to say the least. When I was wrestling that conger, I ripped my trousers, got a couple of bootfuls, plastered in mud, absolutely plastered. But it's all good fun, and I tell you what, after the week I've had, this is just the detox that I needed, and I can't wait to come back. As always, thanks for watching, it's mega appreciated. Any questions or comments you have, pop them below and I'll get back to you. Until the next one, look after yourselves, take care, all the best.